live stream. What's going on, guys? It is Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the normal time I usually stream. Just thought right now I'm sipping on some kombucha. I got this GT kombucha. I thought it'd be kind of cool to, I don't know, not name the series, but really call this kombucha with Kevin. And it's just really, really I wanted to plan something for today, but recently I haven't been getting to it. So I planned like a few type of things and whatnot, but just kind of want to just update you guys on what's going on my week. One of the things I've really been trying to implement in my life is just like thinking time, just to like chill out. Usually my mornings are pretty hectic. I'll wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m. Start my day, start reading books, start personal development. Usually by 10 a.m. I'm already fulfilling things for clients and stuff. And so, I've just been up to a lot, and literally I just finished up getting a massage. Let me know, what are you guys up to today? If you want to type in the comments, let's kind of open this really quick. Start giving me likes and all that sort of stuff. That would really mean a lot to me. If you are having a kick-ass week, let me take a sip of kombucha. Yeah, and let's kind of unload everything that I put in my title really quick, man. So one of the things I've been really looking at recently is, so if you guys don't know, I've been kind of out of the pharmacy game for a while. It's not to say I'm not in touch with the pharmacy game. I talk to a lot of my friends. Obviously, I'm still doing my CEs for pharmacy as well. But as far as like practicing pharmacy, I've kind of taken a break from it. And what I've really been focusing on is like learning about business, right? And when you're learning about business, there's a lot of different things that you can learn about. Obviously, different business models, right? So the different business models that are available. I actually shot a video about 3 business models that I feel like are very strong for pharmacists if they want to transition out. But I do realize there's a huge group in my community that loves pharmacy, and they really, at the end of the day, typically the people who find my YouTube channel, they're kind of stuck, like they've already kind of committed to pharmacy already, and they're like, oh fuck, Kevin, you created this video about why pharmacy is not a good career or something like that, and then they're feeling stuck. So I just had this epiphany. My friend in consulting, his name is Davis, he has this really great offer for consultants about how to get their first job opportunity and stuff. And the other day I was just thinking, literally just now, I was thinking, I have access to all these high ticket programs. I know what makes a successful online program. That's really what I've been really focusing on for the last past year. I've been taking a lot of skulls for it's like high ticket incubator to create your first, to like really how to become a better teacher online, and through marketing and sales and all that sort of stuff. So I've been really kind of diving into that. And I was thinking, I was just like, well, there is a huge need and want for people to kind of like be like me and be a maverick and kind of leave pharmacy. There's like that. And thank you for the likes, by the way. Really appreciate it. There's that kind of aspect, but then there's a lot of people who just kind of want to, maybe not leave pharmacy, but look for an alternative, not an alternative, but like look for a good job opportunity. And I was thinking maybe like, I would love to kind of get your thoughts on this, whoever's watching this. Maybe you guys are in pharmacy. I was thinking about creating like a pharmacy offer, really helping people get their first high paying job, especially in pharmacy. I think more than ever, since the jobs are a lot more competitive, how do you position yourself for interviews? How do you position yourself? How do you kind of set yourself up so you're not being commoditized like by other pharmacists too? Because here's the truth of the pharmacy market right now. There's a lot of pharmacists out there. There's not a lot of jobs being created right now, right? I think like the statistics I always show literally are on the Bureau of Labor for the US government. And the statistics kind of show right now that, about 14,000 students are graduating each year. There's only going to be 17,000 jobs created in the next 10 years. So that tells me that it's going to get a lot more competitive, and you're starting to see it a lot more now. When you talk to students, a lot of them are having trouble finding jobs. And so what I want to do is kind of create something where maybe a program or something like that, 12-week intensive program or something like that to help people find their first job, find their first six-figure job and whatnot, something that they really like. And maybe I can create like a program that also looks at kind of like non-traditional jobs and help people get into it. That's what I'm thinking. I literally thought about it as I was getting a massage, but I've been trying to think about for the last, I don't know, year or so. Pretty much always, since always, I've always been thinking about how can, like, I have a lot of this knowledge base in a lot of different fields, right? Like part of it is, yeah, I know how to invest, like basic investing, right? I know that. I obviously know YouTube and stuff and how to do SEO. I know how to do marketing. I know sales. There's all these little tidbits. Like, dude, I even like jujitsu and stuff, which for me, I'm not going to teach a high ticket for jujitsu, but I think like at the end of the day, I have all these skills and I've been trying to think about, well, how do I really kind of take this and just create something where it's really meaningful for people. And I'm thinking about going two routes, either helping pharmacists totally get out and give like do a high ticket for that. But that is so broad, right? Like, dude, there's so many different business models you can really go down. And maybe the best solution for those people who want to get out is literally to buy a business, that's what I'm thinking. That's one way out, right? Like that's one program I could really offer. But I think the second program is like something I can offer, like helping pharmacy students get their first job, right? And make it a stupid, no risk like type of offer which benefits everyone. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm gonna sit on it. I'm going to like kind of sketch things out. I've been kind of taking a backseat about like the whole high ticket thing and just really focusing on like, hey, how do I get better at sales? How do I get better at relaying communicating value to people? What are common trends? I'll tell you this, the best self-development I ever did was actually sales, because for the longest time I was just so scared to sell. Oftentimes we have a kind of like a what's that called, what is the word, kind of like a fear of selling ourselves, especially pharmacists. I see it a lot. Fear of selling ourselves and all that sort of stuff as well. Anyways, today and tomorrow, trying to become violently self-aware. A very good video on pharmacy consulting. I've been recommending it to every pharmacist I see. Yeah, it's actually really great. I think pharmacy consulting is really a great field. It's really great for people transitioning out. And I really want to serve that market. I really want to serve like a lot more pharmacists. The more I delve into this, the more passionate I feel of helping people like myself kind of break it out of the 9 to 5, and now that I feel confident enough where I'm never going to go back to pharmacy, or I don't intend to anytime soon, at least. I just want to be the forefront leader for helping people just get out. Riddell says, hey, what's going on? What's up? Thanks. By the way, if you guys haven't already, you guys should definitely watch that pharmacy consulting thing that Blair really promoted. Is a really great video. She's such a wealth of knowledge, and it just really opened my eyes to other opportunities in pharmacy. Would I do it myself? Probably not, to be honest with you. I'm not really into that sort of stuff, but for a lot of different pharmacists, I mean, it's what we do every single day. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I could set up an offer and just try it out and see if it works. But here's the thing, man. Here's the one thing I realized about business. There's so many different offers that you can really do. Unlimited opportunities for a business. And it's just like when people ask me, hey, Kevin, why don't you go in real estate? Hey, Kevin, why don't you go in this? Why don't you go in that? Well, at the end of the day, you can only focus on a select few, maybe one, maybe max two. And I've just been kind of focused, keeping my blinders on, just going straight. And I think like definitely for sales and marketing, I've just really been focusing on that, becoming kick-ass, world-class at it, man. And it's really been paying off. It's like ridiculous. I want to say for one of my clients right now, I was like bottom. I wasn't performing pretty well. I actually got a notice that I was potentially going to get cut. And then I don't know, something just snapped with me, and I just was like, you know what? I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna just help people and just like really focus on just delivering so much value where I'm just helping every person on the phone. And literally my numbers change. I'm like, not all the time, right? But most of the time I'm number like near the top, and if not number one, just because, you know, I'm myself now and I just feel like I'm just helping people unconditionally. And I want to do the same with like with digital marketing, because I feel like right now in the space of digital marketing and the future and stuff like that, there's so many scammy people out there that, you know, I don't really vibe with. And like so many communities that I don't really get along with anymore, I guess, or like don't have the same vibe with it. You know, it's kind of like the magic is gone once you get so deep into something. So, yeah, man, but I just want to create something back for this community that will serve a lot of value for people. There's a lot of different people that follow me for different reasons, and I think it's great. It's a personal channel, but I want to say the majority of people find me through pharmacy, and if I could serve those people, majority of the people, that would be great, you know. And my content's not going anywhere. I always love doing YouTube. I love sharing stories of random people I meet and my different friends and all that. Literally, the other day, my friend Hung came over, and I was getting suited up for getting my suit measurements for QLA, right? So I'm going to QLA at the end of the year. I needed another suit, so Hung actually helped me out. He came to my place, and we were just talking about, hey, what is like putting on like a suit, so and all that. So, anyways, that's kind of like my talk about the pharmacy offer that I'm thinking about. Thank you for likes, by the way. Really, really appreciate it. Recently, I've been trying to sell all my gear. So stuff like this, like my lenses and old cameras and stuff, like all this sort of stuff. I'm trying to not trying to liquidate now, just because I've been like kind of like on a minimalist type of vibe, man. Like I realized, like, you know, I have so much stuff in my life that I've kind of accumulated since I've been to California. And I think it's kind of time to downsize a lot of the stuff, man. I don't really need all this stuff. So I've actually been kind of selling all my gear and kind of replacing it with the newer stuff. So if you haven't checked it out already, one of the cameras I'm really excited about is actually called the G7X Mark III. And I'm not sure if you guys are into cameras. If you guys are into cameras, let me know what your favorite camera or what you currently shoot with. It could be like an iPhone, or it could be like, I don't know, GH5 or something like that. But this is what I've been looking at recently. And let me switch my screen. And yeah, I've just been looking at this G7X Mark III. I literally am buying it on my credit card points because I had like $500 of all that sort of stuff. But I don't really like this gray color. I really like this black color a lot more. Looks really sick. This one's kind of ugly, but it's about 750. And some of the cool stuff, yes, the sensor, yes, all this sort of stuff, but some of the cool that I'm actually really excited about is live streaming capable, right? So now I can instead of using this baller camera, I can use this smaller camera to kind of like stream a little bit better. And if you can't tell, do you see this thing over here? There's a mic connected to it. You can attach a mic to it now. So now my quality can still be really good, and I can attach it to this little camera. So it's going to be really, really cool. I'm really excited for this. And it looks like live stream on YouTube only, but you know, most of my streams are just on YouTube, right? There's vertical video support. So if I want to do Instagram, that would be cool. There's a USB charge power supply compatible, which is really cool as well. And there's clean HDMI output. So if you watch any of my older videos, there were some videos where it had all this like weird stuff on the screen and whatnot. Now it's just like very clean and stuff. So I'm pretty excited for this microphone input too. So that's a huge, for anyone that does video, that's huge. That's a huge thing, man. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the comments for a second, because I see my comments like blowing up to the side. Steven asks, what books do you read? The books I'm reading so far is Managing Oneself. That's a very classic book. You like the classics, I can tell. Let me kind of adjust my camera a little bit because it is going out of focus for some reason. What books do you read? Managing Oneself, with The Wizard of Ads, Obstacle is the Way, and Unlimited Power. Dude, I've read Unlimited Power before. Obstacle is the Way is the one. It's a really great book. One of my favorites about Stoic thought. I think so often we don't like we play victim card a lot of time, and when you have Stoic thought, it really empowers you to do more, do better, and stuff like that, and just really take extreme ownership of your life. So really great choice of books. As far as the book I've been reading this week, I was reading this book. Power versus Force. Interesting book. It's basically learning why people like why certain people have like why certain people do certain things. Very sciencey based so far. I read the first chapter. Not really my favorite book, to be honest with you, but I'll be real with you guys. I'm thinking about returning it because I don't want to keep it on my bookshelf, because what I'm trying to do now is only keep books that really mean something to me, that really impact me, that get me excited to read. And like even books like Think and Grow Rich don't really make me excited anymore these days either. So yeah, man. But as far as books, I mean, there's so many different books I could recommend. It's almost like pills, like prescriptions and stuff, where it's like, you know, you have to read for a certain reason, and I'm reading for a purpose, right? So my relationships are shit. Like I'm reading for that reason. It's never just reading for fuck's sake anymore, you know. I'll show you some books that I always like to read over and over again. Like, let's see. Gifts of Imperfection is one of my favorite books. It's one of the best books I like to gift to people, and I always read it when I'm just going through hard times, and I just feel like I need a little bit more compassion for myself. What's really funny is like I never read it fully. I always read the first few chapters over and over and over again. So it's really interesting. Talks about guilt and shame, and I would highly recommend reading this book. This is one of my favorite books. But yeah, it's more of a woo-woo-y book. Obviously, I have more tactical books and stuff too, which are good. I always try to read books like both tactical and woo-woo. But yeah. Let's see what else is on my thing. Oh yeah, I said I'm going to Vegas, I think, in my title as well. So the other thing that I'm actually focusing on this week is I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to visit my uncle. And one of the things I've been kind of focusing on a lot more is just spending more time with family. But not only that, is really forcing myself to go out a lot more. Like, so often I get like so lost into my own world where I'm just so focused, and I forget to enjoy life sometimes. I get so like I'm a workaholic I'm just a natural workaholic. I always love working. It's really fun for me, but one of the things I've been forcing myself to do is just like go out, explore, go change my environment over and over again. So I've been doing that a lot. And so this week I'm going to be living the remote life out in Vegas. So if you guys are in Vegas, hit me up. Feel free to DM me or something like that on Instagram, and maybe we can meet up. But if not, no big deal as well. So I'm headed to Vegas. I'm also, in 2 weeks, I'm headed to Vancouver. Shit. One of those kombucha bubbles just like went up my throat. But I'm going to Vancouver in 2 weeks too. Going to be seeing like some of my former closers on my team and stuff, although some of us are no longer closing. It's gonna be a really fun day just because we're gonna be creating a lot of content. The person organizing it, he was like, hey, he asked all of us, hey, let's all do a presentation, a talk or something like that. So I thought it'd be really, really cool. Stephanie says, love the nursing video. ATL is awesome. Yeah, she's one of the true homies. I'm glad I finally got that out. Actually, this week I started doing YouTube again and getting back in the flow of things. Felt really, really good. I'm glad you liked it. I actually have another video, 2 more videos with ATL, 3 more videos with ATL. I broke up a longer podcast. I told ATL, like, dude, your video was freaking awesome. Let's do more of it. And let's kind of, why don't we do this? I've kind of told you everything that I wanted to talk about, but what we can do is kind of look through the comments and stuff and see, like, maybe respond to some of the comments. I mean, I'm going to do this anyways. I think it's kind of cool. But I'm glad that you liked the video, Stephanie. What was the number one thing that you liked about my video? I would love to kind of hear like your favorite thing about the video and whatnot. Whoops. Hold on for a second. Let's close this comment. And I don't know why my computer is so slow, man. It's just really slow today. And let's see. Man, well, maybe I just need to kind of, oh yeah, now it's working. Cool. So I'll respond to these via text in a bit, but let's close this. All right, let's kind of look at the comments today. I'm sure there's some troll comments and stuff too, but let's kind of ignore them. Let's see what we have. Money is really tight. I have to go to a library, consume knowledge. YouTube has also been a huge part of my learning process, writing down notes and replaying a lot of resources from your channel. Dan Lola channel and a few others. Damn, people actually take notes off my channel. That's freaking awesome. Mythical Musical was like, I want to work with you, Kevin. Put me on your team. How do I become part of the Yi team? Damn. This is what's awesome about content is like, dude, it just connects me to so many great people that even want to help me and work with me, man. This is not the first time people have asked me, but just don't have the opportunities, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to keep things very lean and small these days. Here's an interesting comment. This is on my pharmacy, why pharmacy is not a good career. The pharmacists I worked with in the past actually influenced me to look into becoming a pharmacist. I love the patients who were the pharmacy regulars for the past 12 years that the location is open. Remember all of them, many medications they've taken. I'm getting into it. Better patient care as much as I can, if possible. I haven't been around any pharmacists for a while. I've worked for blah, blah, blah. It's hard to see their perspective because we're in the office section of a specialty pharmacy. A lot can change in a year, but again, I've only been a tech for 2 years and a half. And it's great, man. Like, some people just really like patient care. I mean, patient care always has its like special place in my heart sometimes. It has its place. I mean, it's a privilege to really take care of people, but honestly, to do something the same thing over and over again for the rest of your life, to me, drives me freaking crazy. And I need more stimulus in that. I need to be challenged. After a while, no matter what, like, you always get better and better at things over time. So for me, I'm like what I realize as kind of go through on life, I realize that, you know, one of the major things that in my life is that I'm just, what makes me different is really, and I don't mean to say this in an arrogant way, but I just feel like I'm more of an achiever than other people. Like, my drive never really has gone away. Yes, maybe sometimes I feel less motivated than others, but in general, I feel pretty hungry to learn. I feel pretty hungry to challenge myself. Ever since I can remember. Like, I remember even back in the day when I was in the 7th grade math class, I always wanted to be in the advanced class, you know. Every single time I would go for extra schooling and stuff. My brother was definitely not the same way. You know, that was more of a me type of thing, and I would always challenge myself and whatnot. Let's take a look at some of the other comments. Some rude comments to Angela. Kayla is like, wow, I just enrolled as a new freshman for BS pharmacy. Good luck to me. It's not the end of the world if you're in pharmacy. You just gotta realize that it's competitive, and if you're in it early and you really not feeling it, you should get out. Rustlin says, hey Kevin, what's up? I thought about you making a conclusional video from all these podcasts. Different options for pharmacists, may be your personal top or something like that. If you remember me, I graduated. Of course I remember you, bro. But yeah, maybe I'll do a top one. I'm just like kind of meeting more and more people in the industry and inviting more people onto my channel. Right now I'm a little backed up for content, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Some MGTOW bullshit over here. To stop the oversaturation, this guy says they demand a doctorate in pharmacy for you to be registered. Before 2005, you could be an RPH with a bachelor's, but the doctorate gimmick didn't work. I wonder what more they could do to weed people out. Too many people, fewer jobs. People hate the PBMs. Should be illegal. Destroying independent pharmacies. Things don't look good at all. You know what? Yeah. I mean, but it's up. At the same time, it's really up to us, man. Like it's easy to kind of bitch and moan and stuff like that. I agree. Like it's a very saturated field, but I think like a lot more could. After talking to a lot more pharmacists, I think there's a lot more we could do to kind of create open jobs, job creation as well, and just really kind of be more proactive. Because here's the thing: a lot of pharmacists are kind of muted about their opinions. Um, we don't really speak out that much. We're pretty quiet for the most part. We just go with the flow and just listen to what people say a lot of time. That's kind of like the personality, man. And when you throw money in the mix, people are even more conservative with what they think. But the truth is, we're just very underutilized healthcare professionals. And yeah, Stephanie has a comment. The favorite thing was her nursing backstory, like how she decided to choose it. I really related how she said she didn't want to go from her parents straight from to her husband's. Well, that's so funny. You know what's really interesting about ATL? ATL actually she failed her NCLEX the first time as well. So I thought that was really interesting to kind of see how she bounced back. She says in this first interview back when I had hair, and then she says in the second interview that we have as well. So she's really cool. If you guys want me to do Stephanie, if you want me to do a part 2, just let me know. Or part 3, I guess. And maybe I can get something over Zoom or something like that. And maybe I can do an interview with her and yeah, make things happen. I think it'd be kind of cool. All right, let's go back to the comments. Let's see all the madness that I see every single week. You wouldn't have to take blood pressure medications for the rest of your life. They're actually easy to come off of. Blah, blah, blah. Want a girlfriend. Thirsty people. For Angela. Kevin. Oh, yeah. I remember Kevin Moore saying something like this. I can remember, I don't think I'll ever forget, but at 15, I was diagnosed with brain cancer and underwent 15 plus neurosurgery, as many other surgeries to recover. Nurses and other staff make a world of difference to the patient. The positive attitude of nurses really make the recovery that much easier. I know doctors, surgeons, and all those staff do really great things for a patient, but the nurses and therapists are the ones that the patient sees most frequently. So An's positive attitude is perfect for her profession. Yeah, it's really, when everything works together, man, it really can make a world of difference to patients. And really at the end of the day, it's really just caring about people, dude. But unfortunately, you know, like there is like a huge not everybody is as great as you, Kevin. Like there's a lot of, I'm sure as you know, there's a lot of kind of like assholes in society, right? And I can't blame them. Everybody has like past trauma, and you can't really everybody has, like, some people just have so much trauma in their life they take out on other people, especially nurses. They get assaulted a lot, man. And there's like if you guys watch Dr. Z-Dog MD, he talks about it, and he's like, he has this campaign saying silent no more, and it's not okay to abuse like healthcare professionals and stuff like that. So yeah, but in general, like nurses, they make a huge impact on the healthcare system, as well as pharmacists too. I try not to forget about my nurses, PAs, and everyone else, man. Natalie says every problem nowadays is we don't like what we're doing. It gotta start with something that we like to do and enjoys doing every day, not for money. I remember reading this Chris Tucker comment and stuff. This guy has 4 Mont Blanc pens, 2 ballpoints, 2 fountain pens. Not a roller ball fan. Bought them all secondhand, either brand new or almost brand new in box. Spent about $600 total, including some inks in a pouch. Let someone else pay the premium so you can get the nice things at a fair price. Just keep your eye open for fakes. Yeah, and for Rodrigo, if you're talking about Mont Blanc pens, one of the hardest things is and I'm still new to the game, like one of the hardest things is being able, when you're buying secondhand anything, it's really hard to kind of see what's real, what's legit versus what is a fake. It's kind of tough sometimes, man. So I would love to kind of see see ways to, maybe I'll message him and see like, hey, how do you find legit ones, man? Because there are a lot of fakes. Actually, you know what's really interesting? I actually just shot a video on it, but let me show you this, guys. I bought. Do you guys recognize this backpack? This is the backpack that MKBHD recommended. It's the Peak Design. It's about $300 backpack, and I actually bought it because I needed a new one, and I thought it would be kind of cool to go a little bit more high end, just because, and functional, right? That's really important because it can hold my camera. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to take a look at it. And I was looking on eBay, I was like, there's a lot cheaper ones. Those are really tempting, but how do I know if I'm getting a legit one? And it always, like, that always worries me, man. And that's why sometimes, like, it's better to pay the premium so you're not wondering, hey, is it legit or is it a fake? Not to say fakes aren't bad, but man, if you're paying a lot, get the legit shit, bro. Looks like my channel manager wrote this. If you don't know, I actually have a channel manager. He actually handles a lot of my channel, but I actually handle all the comments. I talk about the comments all the time. Let's see. We need more clinical involvement from pharmacists. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole comment, I think. All that. Oh yeah, and somebody asked me, well, what made you stop practicing? And I was like, it's simple. I'm just tired of being stagnant in life, man. And I think that's the worst feeling ever. When you're stagnant in life, that's when you start dying, man. And I feel like once you, like a lot of pharmacists, like especially community pharmacists, because there's only so far you can go up. There's so many opportunities open. It's just a really shit feeling when you're just feeling stagnant, not moving up anymore. So yeah, cool. Let's see. Alfred Todora says, hey, my first time here. Welcome to my channel, man. Welcome to my live stream. I stream every single Sunday at around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So welcome, man. It's kind of like an informal, like live Q&A. I'm just drinking kombucha, responding to some of your comments, just kind of updating you with my life, and that's really it. But it is 6:40 right now. I've been streaming for about 30 minutes. I'm thinking about just chilling for the rest of the day, editing some videos and all that. So I'm gonna head out. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for just like tuning in. Thanks for all the love, for those 6 people that give me thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're catching this on the replay, make sure to like my video too, and it really boosts my feeds my narcissistic ego and stuff. No, it really just shows a lot of support. And plus, like, I'm not the only one managing this channel anymore. I really want to make sure that, you know, my channel manager, he gets some love too. So if you're watching this video, hit the thumbs up, just so that, you know, it encourages him to do it too. All right, anyways, guys, I thank you for the like just now, and I will talk to you guys later. I will see you guys next week, maybe from Vegas. Really depends on my uncle, because I might be having dinner with him. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Looking forward to it, and see you next week. All right, and I have more videos coming out this week. Make sure to check them out. Later. Bye.